LeBron announced his return to Cleveland. Listen to his take.
I've been doing a lot of digging on this, and I feel pretty confident saying this. I think this whole thing was done on the Sunday before he announced he was going back to Cleveland. I think they knew they had that Kevin Love trade on the table in some form, and I think LeBron, I think they made a handshake agreement. If I come back, this trade will happen.
All right, well, this is not the first time we've heard that LeBron and his camp put in place a deal in sense orchestrating Kevin Love coming to the Cavs. So, Stephen A., your take on this?
First of all, my take is whip-de-damn-do, Skip. I mean, that's how I feel about it, to be quite honest with you. Let me be very, very clear. LeBron James is incredibly calculating, along with his team. They don't make haphazard, last-minute, impromptu decisions. It's not what they do. It's not who they are. If anything, they're too meticulous, okay? So I'm not buying into all of that. I came to you last summer and told you there was better than a 50% chance that LeBron James was going back to Cleveland. I almost blow you off your chair. So if I were hearing about it from last year, then chances are it was out there for a reason, and there's no way on earth that you just decided the week before that you were leaving Miami.
Had you heard that Kevin Love might be in the works?
I had not. I had not heard that, but the point is I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because I think people who are bringing up the Kevin Love scenario are people that are trying to surmise that, oh, LeBron was playing with house money, that he's going back to Cleveland because he knew they were going to be loaded, blah, 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 reasons that he expressed. The fact that they were able to get Kevin Love in the mix, that it was something that was a foregone conclusion. No. I don't believe that had anything to do with the decision for LeBron to go back to Cleveland or not. I think that because everybody was in love with LeBron's decision to return home and how it was a great story for basketball, for America, etc., I think people are looking now to dissect it and find a way to criticize it because, oh, my Lord, he knew what he was going back to. You got Kyrie Irving. You was going to get Kevin Love. You were going to have a crew that was going to be a favorite to come out of the East. And I think that's how people are looking to dissect it. Me, I believe that LeBron making the decision to go back to Cleveland, he was going back to Cleveland whether he knew or not Kevin Love was going to be there. So I don't care.
How do you know he was going to go home, regardless of whether he got...
No. I'm not saying that I knew. I'm saying in retrospect, because you got to remember, even when I was hearing about Cleveland, I was like, leave South Beach.
Yeah.
South Beach.
Exactly.
South Beach, the streets. Okay. No. I'm like, no. He's not leaving South Beach. But I was shocked that ultimately he decided to depart South Beach to go back to Cleveland. But that's just me. I'm just saying that I don't believe that Kevin Love or the acquisition of a star caliber teammate along with himself was going to decide his fate between Miami and Cleveland. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm going to try to be fair about it.
Sure.
I must say, if this is true, that he did know that he could not only get Kevin Love, that it was going to happen, but that he could keep Kyrie, that Kyrie didn't have to be traded for Kevin Love. I'm sorry, but the Sports Illustrated essay that we all loved and we talked about, it loses some power and poignancy.
Oh, I agree
just
with
some,
that.
just some, okay? Not all, but some. Going home isn't quite the fairy tale that we all thought it was in the beginning. Do you remember my first reaction when we first discussed this? I think we were in L.A. the first day at the ESPYs. I said, my goodness, this man is leaving Bosh and Wade and Pat Riley to join a 33-49 team that is losing Luol Deng and Spencer Hawes and C.J. Miles and Jarrett Jack. Those key pieces are all leaving. And he's going to join this poor little 33-49 team? Way to go, LeBron. You must have really, really, really wanted to go home. Not just for your guys that you grew up with, because they're all from there and they all kept their roots there, but for your woman, for your wife, for your your kids, you wanted to get them back to Akron, Ohio, so they could grow up the way you grew up, at least in the confines that you grew up in.
Right.
It was a beautiful story. And now it's not quite so beautiful. I'm sorry, but it's not quite because, yeah, the deck is a little rigged here. I'm sorry. If you're going to leave Dwayne on two bad knees,
Yeah, it's not so beautiful.
It's
not so beautiful.
I'm sorry, LeBron. I mean, God bless you. I'm all for you. You know,
Wow.
it was some smooth manipulation.
Just a little.
That's the most I've ever made you laugh on this show.
Funny. That was funny. It really was funny. But the thing about it is this. Here's the deal. You're right. LeBron and his crew, knowing them the way folks should know them. Again, I don't believe for 1 second that it changes LeBron's decision to go from Miami to Cleveland. He was going home. Okay? I totally believe that. And as a result, you could put those maneuvers in the works, okay?
Yeah.
But you are right. The fact is, don't tell me that you're just learning to Kevin Love or whatever. LeBron's got some explaining to do in that regard because that letter was really feel good.
Yeah.
And it really touched
Yeah,
our
I loved it.
It's very emotional.
I loved them.
That was very soap opera-esque, okay? It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful, okay?
What was the last line?
I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Yeah.
I'm coming home.
Go-
Tell the
Yeah.
world I'm coming home. All I'm saying is that LeBron did that fine, and I believe the decision was authentic. But I can conceive that once you knew you were coming home, and once the dominoes ultimately were on the verge of falling into place in terms of building a contender, I don't put it past his camp at all to sit there and go like this. This is the way we should play this because this is going to look beautiful.
Sure.
I don't put that past them at all because that's just brilliant PR.
Brilliant.
And so as a result, and they are about brilliant PR. So because of it, I definitely agree with you. But I don't think it's a crime. I just think it was very smart on their part. God bless them. It's shrewd operating.
I'm with you.
But you do, but it would have been good for it to last a little bit longer.
Wait a second, but remember how Stephen A. Skip would always say, I just don't see why he would go back to that roster, because the roster in 2007 was better.
I thought it was better than what we were first talking about.
Initially.
Not this one.
Okay.
Not this one.
Okay, not this one.
Of course.
Okay, but remember I said, LeBron, it's goodbye Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
he's giving up your dream. No, he hasn't. It's hello Mount Rushmore. You're back in play, Mount Rushmore, right? Yeah. With Kevin Love and Kyrie. Now that's, again, how great they'll be is debatable. But LeBron has been blessed to remain in the Eastern Conference during what we would all agree is a down era for the Eastern Conference, right? No question. So it's easy to suddenly lose all those key pieces I just mentioned, but add Kevin Love and keep Kyrie, and all of a sudden your new big three, it's pretty big in the East. I mean, you got a shot, and most people are saying they're now the favorites.
They should be if they have Love, they should be the favorites in the East, no question.
Well, then I don't have so much love for the essay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. By the way, the Knicks.
Good story,
Cleveland
though.
opener. 30.
Oh, it's going to be good.
I know who will be at that. It won't be the official unless you're there.
All right, nevertheless,
You
guys,
will be in the house.
we all agree it was a good story, just not as much love for the essay anymore. Good point, Mr. Bayless. Let's talk about